93 Boxing, I'm back with a quick video. I want to talk about the Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor press conference, or rather, the mindset of being deluded. Now, this might be a bit interesting, so bear with me throughout the video. Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor watching the press conference. They both seem confident, and in fights like this where a guy is literally like Conor McGregor is fighting a guy who's been boxing his entire life. Conor McGregor has never boxed as a professional in his life. Yeah, he's done UFC where there's elements of boxing, but it's not pure boxing in a sense. And he's fighting the best pound for pound boxer of our time. Now you have to understand this fully, right? Floyd Mayweather, in my opinion, will beat Conor McGregor easy work. He might get, to say that he won't get caught, probably he won't get caught. I won't be surprised if he doesn't get caught with anything big. And even if he does, I don't think it's enough to hurt him. I'm going to make another video whether Conor McGregor can really hurt Floyd Mayweather or not. But a lot of fights, big fights, right, where one guy is almost certain to lose from most people's opinion. That guy is probably talking shit to big up the fight. He really has no confidence. But I feel like Conor McGregor is supremely confident. I know some people might be saying this for promotions and stuff. And yeah, he could be promoting. But I genuinely feel that this guy's confident. This guy's supremely confident. He keeps saying, it's whatever. August 26th or whatever. He really feels like he's about to do something. Now, sorry. He had a sparring match with Chris Van Heerding, whatever his name is, right? And that guy lost to Errol Spence. He's not really some world level, he's not a professional high level Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Floyd Mayweather, nothing like that, okay? He is a boxer who apparently was getting the better of Conor McGregor. That's why I've seen the sparring footage a little bit. And yeah, he was getting the better of Conor McGregor. He was actually landing some shots quite comfortably. And Conor McGregor is a decent boxer. I think better than what some people think, but he's not on no. I feel like people like Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, all these guys will beat him, to be honest. But yeah, back to the point, right? Yes, he's at a big disadvantage. But he has a deluded mindset. It is definitely deluded to think that you with a 0-0 record is gonna beat the best fighter of our time when you're not. You're bigger than him, but damn, how much bigger? You're not no fucking heavyweight and shit. But that's a good thing for Conor McGregor. He should be deluded. Being deluded is not as bad as what people think it is. It's not actually that bad. Being deluded is actually, it is, in some ways it's really bad. There are women out there that think they deserve to be treated equally, right until the point where they have to pay for dates. That's deluded. But when it comes to achieving your dreams, something really big, and this is Conor McGregor beating Floyd Mayweather would be doing the impossible, which he won't be. I don't think he'll be able to do it. This is an easy work for Floyd. But hypothetically, if he's able to do it, that'd be amazing. But for him to think that he'd be able to do it is deluded. But here's the thing, right? For you to achieve anything high, achieve anything big, achieve anything that's ridiculous by other people's standards, that's impossible by other people's standards, i.e. this, for you to have any chance of achieving it, you have to be confident to the point where you're almost deluded. You really have to have supreme confidence, right? Who would have thought, right? Who would have thought the people that made aeroplanes and stuff, who would have thought 200 years ago, we would have made aeroplanes, we would have had things that fly. I live close to an airport and see planes flying. It's normal now. But when you see maybe 100, 200 years ago, who would have thought, right? And when whoever made the plane, right? Whether it's the Wright brothers, whether it's someone else, I don't know. whoever said, okay, cool, we're working on trying to make something fly, and it will carry people in there. People will probably look at him and think, what we talking about? Like, you know, how can you fly? How can planes fly like that, man? They're not birds. They don't flap their wings and shit. I don't know, man. People, surely this is like a crazy, ridiculous idea, right? I mean, maybe 300 years ago, maybe, who would have thought that you could make something, a device that a person could be miles away from you, maybe a different city, country away from you. You can actually talk to them on a wireless thing called a cell phone. Who would have thought that? And imagine the first person to come out and say, "I'm gonna try and make this phone," right? Imagine someone goes 300 years ago, right, and says some sort of statement like, "I want to make something, and I think I can do it. I actually genuinely believe I can make something," which, you know, you can actually speak to someone. If someone else also has this device, you can speak to this person, and you can speak to them like, like you're having a normal conversation, even though you're hundreds of miles away, and there's no wires and shit. They will tell you that that's ridiculous and you're deluded. Stop it. That's what they're gonna say. That's really what they're gonna say. Because then, you know, again, it's kind of deluded, right? When you see fighters saying they can beat Floyd Mayweather, it's not just Conor McGregor. Like, when you hear fighters saying, whether it's Keith Thurman, whether it's, I mean, who said they can beat Floyd Mayweather, right? Keith Thurman. Canelo believes the rematch this time will be different, right? Amir Khan believed for a long time he can beat Floyd Mayweather. Whether we think that they can or not, that's a different topic. But they have to believe. I don't know why people get mad for thinking that they can beat Floyd Mayweather. You're supposed to believe that you can beat other fighters. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize this. People get mad, you know, oh, why does this guy think he can beat Floyd Mayweather? Who's he to say that? What's he done? You know, he can't even do this, he can't even do that. That's not the point, man. I have failed some easy exams, and people looked at me like, man, you failed that, how you gonna go to university and do engineering? But I'm doing it, right? And I'm doing well. You have to see, this video is kind of like all over the place. I thought it's gonna be a better video than what it is, but so here's the thing. Even if you have shit in the past where things didn't go well for you, that doesn't mean that that's how good you are. It really doesn't mean that. It really doesn't. If you think, right, that was the best version of you, and you still failed, then yeah, of course you're gonna have a defeated mindset already. But a lot of times fighters, like let's look at Amir Khan. Let's look at that, because this guy has flopped so many times and people have doubted him so many times. Or actually, even if you don't want to look at Amir Khan, let's look at anyone. Let's look at anyone. I mean, you know, as I mentioned Amir Khan, right? I'll probably give a few more examples if I can think of it. He got knocked out against Prescott. And here in the UK and everywhere else, people said this guy's finished. Whoever knew him said he was finished. And it will be deluded for him to come back and just sort of become a two-time world champion. You know, you get knocked out by Prescott, but you're going to face Marcus Maidana? Are you seeing this statement? But he believed in himself. Like, it's important. Danny Garcia says he can beat Canelo. Right? Danny Garcia says, I'll fight Canelo in 154 and I'll beat him. Errol Spence says he can beat Canelo. It's not bad to say that you can beat so and so, you can achieve certain things. You have to believe in yourself. And for Danny Garcia to say that he can beat Canelo is almost deluded. You know, he struggling to keep, you know, Canelo's gonna land on him all night long, and you know, until the fight ends, and it's gonna end. Danny Garcia is a 147 fighter. To me, that's deluded, and I don't think Danny Garcia can beat Canelo. But he has to believe that. I don't know why people get mad at that. I don't know why people get mad at anyone thinking they can beat someone else. You know why they do that, right? I feel like most of the people, we're regular people, right? Most of the boxing fans are regular people. They consider themselves regular people too, while most fighters consider themselves to be special. Not trying to be big-headed. Like, they're not trying to be big-headed, but they're trying to consider themselves special. Because when you believe you're special, when it comes to performing, doing anything that you really want to put your work in, you perform a little bit better. You know, it shows in your work that you're special. Most of us don't really have the type of mindset to believe, to be that deluded, to have that type of mindset, and therefore when we look at it, we think, oh, what the fuck? Like, he's so deluded. Why is he thinking that this and that? You know, I feel like in school we're taught how to think. We can become this. We can become that. We, you know, through school, through conditioning, through our families. You know, oh, I want to become this. And then people be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. You can't never do that. You see the circumstance, you see the economic situation of our time now. How will you become, how will you do that? This and that, you know, all kinds of situations. I've seen so many times, right? People want to become certain things, and their family, their friends, other people, from a very young age, was like pessimistic about their goals. And I feel like we buy into that. Therefore, we are conditioned to believe. We're on a subconscious level conditioned to believe that those sort of level of achievement is very hard for us to achieve. So when we see someone with that level of confidence in them, the confidence that we on a subconscious level were taught not to have, then we're programmed, right? And that's kind of like puts an error in our program. If we were computers, then we would just pop up an error message as soon as we see someone with that level of confidence. But I feel like, man, listen, this video's getting too long, but I want to make this clear. You have to really believe in yourself. I mean, this is for you. This is for anyone who's listening. You really, anything you do, right? Set some realistic but ridiculous goal. Don't set yourself like, oh, I'm gonna walk through molten lava with my butt naked with no shoes, nothing. Like, don't make shit like that. But obviously, you know, have high goals. Believe that you can do it. Really genuinely believe that you can do it. Take these fighters as inspirations. Take this fighter's mindset as inspirations. That's why I like listening to C.T. Fletcher, man. That guy's so inspirational, and I feel like people like him has actually really helped me in terms of my personal life and achieving what I want to achieve. I've never think that going to university will be something that I'll be able to do. Like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, no way. But hey, fuck it. Now I'm here. Let me know what you think. I hope this helps in your personal life. 93 Boxing. I'm out. Don't forget to subscribe. It's coming soon.